Okay. Hey, everybody. I don't know if y'all can hear me or not. I have my mic here, but I don't know if it's connected. So if you can hear me, put something in the chat, like a thumbs up. You can hear me, whatever. But today we are going to go live a little bit different. Y'all get to see my face. Spirit led me to do it. I'm going to listen to Spirit. And this is how we're going to do our readings today. Hey, Renee Summer. Hey, Melanated Geek. Also, because I'm showing my face, it won't be like the normal view, like how you see all of the cards. So I'll do my best to kind of show the card as I'm talking about it or as I'm like pulling them. Hopefully, you all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? I'm looking at the chat, waiting for a message saying that folks can hear me. But how's everybody doing? Hope everybody's well. Yay, okay. Hopefully you heard that because I just hit the mic. So if you heard that, then it means the mic is working. Okay. So this is definitely different for me, so I'm trying to get my setup together. But we're gonna start off with Melanated Eve. So move my keyboard a little bit. And we're gonna see what messages Spirit just has for you at this time. Trying to see what deck I want to use. Hey Gloria. Alright, let me add you to the list, Gloria. Gloria, since you have a pendulum question, do you just want to go first? Oh, thank you, Gloria. Hopefully you all can hear me. Okay. So we'll just start off with the Melanated Geek. Alrighty. I'm going to use the Crystal Angels Oracle cards to start it off. See what messages Spirit has for you at this time. All right, so the first card that we have here is Watermelon, Tourmaline, Stress Reduction. Distress your mind, body, and schedule as you need to rest, recharge, and revive. We have Sapphire, Easy Does It, Your Health, Happiness, Abundance require a gentle approach to life and work. And then the last one, not sure how to pronounce it, but Lamar, we don't know. I'll show you the card in a second. Sensitive emotions. Times of heightened emotions and sensitivity call for extra self-care and gentleness. Okay, so just with these three cards here, it definitely gives the vibe of intensity, especially with the sensitive emotions piece. I feel that in order for you to process your emotions better and to manage them and give them the space so you can give yourself the space so you can feel the emotions and then clear it out, you kind of have to isolate yourself. So I know that you have some changes going on coming up soon, but like finding time to really isolate yourself and grounding your energy more and more. And as you do that, it's going to allow you to, one, declutter, but also to, how do I word this? It's so funny. I'm feeling like gassy in my chest right now. Like just really get rid of like built up energy that's still there, that's stagnant, that has been sitting there for a while. And I feel like at times that's what's happening, where it could be an outburst of emotions just come out of nowhere, and it's due to it just sitting there within you for so long, and then it's finally seen like a glimpse of light, like, oh my gosh, there's the end of the tunnel, let's free ourselves. And then that's where it like comes up, it just like purges all of a sudden. So allowing yourself to purge, but also to giving yourself the space to um, release it. I'm doing a lot of cleansing work. I'm hearing watermelon smoothie, and it's funny because I've been um, getting into those recently. And so watermelon smoothies might be really good for you, adding a little bit of lime and, like a pinch of salt in it as well too, to balance your energy, but also to I'm just hearing like cleansing, a lot of cleansing and protection as well too, that you can use with that. Um, I'm hearing spirit just say like take a deep breath, and just know that things are going to work out, but you can't. It's okay if you can't figure it all out within the same moment, right? I'm gonna read the sensitive emotions card out the booklet and see what that says. Okay. So it says, you received this card because you have been feeling extra sensitive, perhaps empathetically absorbing. Hold on. Sorry, it's a little dark in here. Okay. Absorb negativity or other people's energies. Fear energies has allowed you to start feeling stressed within certain situations. You may have felt upset without knowing why, or perhaps your mind has grasped the reasons to justify your sadness and you begin to worry. Now that we have identified some of the foundations of your sensitive emotions, let's go ahead and clear you of anything, as I was just kind of mentioning, that is not from God and your higher self. Since you pulled a card related to the ocean, going to the ocean or soaking in a warm bath filled with sea salt. So maybe put some sea salt, as I mentioned with the watermelon smoothie, some sea salt or pink Himalayan salt, a little bit within your smoothie will be appropriate way to draw out physical and energetic toxins. Plus, the experience of self-care raises your confidence and helps relax you. Be very compassionate with yourself and use your discernment about. Sorry, it's a little dark. I might cut the light on in a little bit. Use your discernment about where and with whom you spend time. This is time to avoid harsh energy as much as possible as you honor your need for gentleness, rest, and healing. And it says like this stone, it's green or pale turquoise in color. It can soothe your emotions. It can help with stress management, reconnect you with a past lifetime. There's definitely some type of connection to the ocean as well too. So water is important. So I'm gonna hold this card up one more time so you can just see it if you want to take a picture of it. And connect with that more. So those were connected to that message. Let's grab. Spirit wants me to keep using these. So let's see what else we can get on these cards. What other general messages Spirit has for you at this time? Okay, we have Centrine, unnecessary worry. So another card about like releasing worries, distressing. Release the burden of worries by giving them to God for healing and solutions. So it's definitely an energy here that you just have to release these worries, release the need to overthink, to stress yourself out more than necessary. One second, I think I got a message. Okay, you said you sent another question. Cool. Let me go to my email. Okay. I'm just reading the chat. Okay, Gloria, sounds good. Ooh, I love that you start coloring the coloring book. I love coloring books. I actually have a coloring book right on the side of me. Let's get another one. All right, and then we have gold. Divine intervention. God sends miracles to answer sincere prayers. God sends miracles to answer sincere prayers. But I don't know, maybe wearing like gold accessories. I'm a big fan of gold. Wearing like more gold accessories if you have them, and just think of it as like you're honoring yourself and your body, but also too as a sense of like protection, as a sense of just abundance, representation of that. And two, just like literally letting go of these worries, of these thoughts, of these, emotions that might be piling up a lot over the weekend, just in general in life, and allowing yourself just to be free and to not have to carry a lot of that weight as well. I'm trying to see what other deck that I want to use. Let's use this one. They're like really in this angelic, ancestral, angels type of energy right now. So we're going to use the Intuitive Beauty Angel deck, which is one of my favorite ones. The artwork is really pretty. All right. Okay, we have number 24, Mother Mary. I'm trying to see if there's something on her. Okay, it's a heart on it. I'll show you the picture. And I'll get the booklet, number 24. Okay, sounds good, Melanated Geek. So let me read number 24. As I'm turning the page, I see Miracle and Blessing. I feel like that was in the gold card with the Miracles card. Very interesting. Okay, so Mother Mary is sending her gentle, loving energy to you. She wants you to remember that you're loved and fully supported. She's with you during this time. She's sending her love, comfort, and support directly to your heart. She's also going to help you with receiving a miracle or blessing to overcome this. She's going to assist with manifesting your heart desires. Evoke Mother Mary's energy by wearing rose scent, lighting rose scent candles, or lighting a Mother Mary petition candle. Speak to her from your heart and surrender your wishes to her. She will intervene swiftly. And then I think that's it. Okay. So that's for that card. Let's pull one more. It's interesting too, like in this card, see how it's like the sun or it's like a gold circle behind her, and then in this one, you have that same thing. So it's kind of like giving her the things that you're worrying about, like letting that go, releasing it, giving it to your ancestors, to your guides as well too. Now I'm looking at this card, the Easy Does It card, and notice how like this person is like giving, like they're handing it away. So think of that as yourself, like you're giving this, ball of your thoughts, your worries, your fears to the universe, to your guides, to your ancestors. Okay, next we have here is number 39, Power Animal Crow. And crows are very smart. They might not be the pleasant birds because they're always loud, but they are really smart birds. Okay. Number 39. Okay. He's coming forward to assist with healing, whether physical or emotional. He also works for healing. Oh, wait. This the right one? Okay, this is the right one. He also works for healing from grief or loss. Don't be scared of this animal or let his appearance fool you. That was my trash can. They are medicine and energy healers. Whenever you need something healed that's reoccurring or has been difficult to heal, then call on this power animal to assist you. Lastly, you may start to see these birds surface in the physical form, flying near your home or flying while you're out running errands to give you the sign that you're healing and being healed. They're helping you as healers. Then it says prayer, affirmation. I call on power animal crow from the highest vibration of light to help me with receiving healing for insert health issue or problem. Please help to heal and resolve this issue quickly. Please guide me on the best methods of receiving ultimate health with this, both traditionally and holistic. Help me to keep an open mind with peacefully with the creative process. Help me with creating and putting into action my creative idea with insert creative idea or project. Help me make this a reality. Help me to turn my creative idea into great success. Help me to have great success with this creative project. Thank you very much. So did. So that's another spirit energy that is working with you and trying to assist. So now I'm flip your other question. It's so funny when I look at the computer, it looks very bright in here, but it's not as bright for me. Okay, so it says energy I felt on Friday summer, you confirmed it. Why was I feeling those emotions? Okay. What cards do you want to use? Alrighty, Gloria. Have fun hanging out with your brother. Your reading will be up next. And I think you just said just the love reading. Okay, cool. Why were you feeling these emotions? Got a lot of cards coming out. Okay, so the first few cards that came out were the Knight of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, Two of Swords, Seven of Wands, Five of Cups, and then the Ten of Wands. So you're feeling their emotions because they had a lot of ish going on mentally for, within their life. Especially during those days, they might have had a lot of intense energy happening and things going on, before that, but you were just feeling it heavy during those times. Also, too, I really feel that it just seems like energetically there's like this portal for, how to word this, like soulmates or just people that are really connected romantically. It was opening up during that time period as well, too. And it allowed like this overflow of emotions from both soulmates, if that makes sense. It's like you could be having a great day and all of a sudden you just feel nauseous out of nowhere. You could be having a great day and then you're upset or whatever. Like you could be having a horrible day and then all of a sudden you just feel this burst of happiness and joy. And so I feel like you were picking up on that energy too, because there might have been like some type of energetic portal that was opening up at that time for like soulmates and those that are connected in a romantic sense as well. I do feel like I'm gonna pull one more card for the Seven of Pentacles card because I heard them say something, but I would like one more card. And the Judgment card. Maybe this is not an energy that you felt during that time, but I'm picking up on an energy that you might feel in the future. It's very interesting because I've never really channeled something like this before. I'm hearing like you're going to start feeling physically what your spiritual self is experiencing currently. And it seems that your spiritual self is experiencing a pregnancy. So you might start to feel very nauseated. You might start to feel kind of like symptoms of if you were like pregnant, right? So nausea, maybe a little bit of moodiness or like emotional at times randomly. You may even start to feel like certain cravings like out of nowhere. And it's like your spiritual body, your spiritual self is like energetically pulling on you in the 3D because that's what they're experiencing up there. And so it's kind of like, how we talk about ancestors when we don't connect with them and, communicate with them or work with them, they can pull on our energy, tug on it a lot because they're like, hey, we need some attention, we need water, we need, a conversation to kind of just keep us going energetically or whatever. So that's something I'm randomly picking up. But going back to the question about why were you feeling these emotions, just a lot of stuff that they were going through overall, but also to this portal being open and it was just accessible for both of you to kind of connect even more on a deeper level, which allowed that overflow of emotions. And I think too, because you weren't prepared for it fully, it's probably why it hit you a little bit harder. Let's get one more card. Yeah, look at that, 5 of Wands. And when I made this card, I made it because the 5 of Wands is about like conflict, but I was intentional how I made it because it represents this energy of like, no matter what challenges we'll go through, we will always find our way to each other. And notice how, like, obviously this is after the 4 of Wands, which is like a portal of like love and connections and commitment and things like that. But that wand in the middle is like this energy that brings it all together. Okay, you have your differences, I have my differences, but there's this commonality that we always share that will bring us back together. So I feel like that represents energy too, that even though there might be a physical disconnect or distance physically, it does not fully allow the distance to happen spiritually because you're all connected. On a spiritual level, it's very deep. It's deeply rooted. Yeah, ain't no escaping. No escaping. So interesting. Now I'm gonna pull a card about like I guess, how do I word this? Your next action step. So yeah, we talk about like the cleansing, the watermelon smoothies and stuff like that. But let's get one card. It's like your next steps. So like, what would spirit like you do in addition to those things? Let's see. All right. We have deep emotional healing. Your heart is ready to heal from past experiences, and you're willing to devote time and energy toward therapeutic care. And I'm just noticing like the deep like blues and purple in here. So yeah, therapeutic care. So doing things that I feel like one of those cards we had earlier talked about, like, self-care and things of that nature. It might have been the stress reduction card. But doing the things that provide you therapeutic care. So if it actually means therapy, or if it means listening to certain inspirational videos, or certain videos that kind of pick you up and give you perspective on things, do that, because it's going to be helpful for you in this time. And I'm just getting this, I just see you like literally laid out in water. So if you have access to a pool or can go to a pool, cool. But if you go to a beach, that would be better, just like floating on the water. And if you can't go to a beach, like if you have a bathtub, like just fill it in a pretty, pretty high. Don't overflow. Don't say clean sugar cause water damage. But like just kind of literally imagining yourself in the ocean, moving the water in the bathtub with your hands, and maybe even playing like music of waves and stuff while you're in the bathtub to give you that feel as if you were in the ocean. Okay. That's what I have for you, Melanated Geek. He said I was on my way to cord cutting, and my best friend was like, well, now we know why she said that. Okay. So that is what I have for you, my dear. Alrighty. I love that. It's always great to have those kind of friends. It's really great to have that. And sometimes too, they give you insight on things, and they are a form of a messenger in a way where like Spirit is like, okay, we probably have been giving this person the messages in multiple ways they haven't gotten it yet. So now we're going to channel this message through a human that is close to this person, and maybe they will receive it and they'll process it, a little bit better, or um, actually listen. Okay, so up next is Gloria. It's so funny. I don't have I should get like a little whiteboard. I'm not gonna like write people's names on it when I do these type of lives. I'll just hold it up. I mean, I have a little whiteboard here, but I don't have a marker over here, I don't think. And it's not really meant for me putting people's names on it. So Gloria, you are up next. You're at 25 minutes? Maybe I could write down the timestamps and put them in the chat or something. Okay. General love reading for Gloria. Ooh, Gloria got 2 beautiful cards coming out. Nice. Let's get one more. Okay. So we have the 10 of Pentacles and the 2 of Cups. These are the first cards that came out. That's why I was like, ooh. And then we have the King of Swords and the Magician. Beautiful. So just in terms of like your general love reading, it definitely feels that you are attracting an energy of a person that you will have stability with, that will provide stability for you. Getting a better like living situation with this person, whether you are moving into a bigger home, bigger space where it is safe, it's comfortable, it's big enough to provide the type of living that you want for yourself, as well if you want like kids in the future and that nature. I do see, a connection where there's the intimacy is genuine. It is, it's healing in a sense as well. I feel like with the King of Swords and the Magician, this gives me the vibe of like you needing to be decisive on the type of person, the type of energy that you want. So let's say you have a person in mind, you're like, oh, I want this person to be my forever person, right? And the things that you want in terms of relationship doesn't really match that type of, like match that person currently. So you have to decide, do I focus on the things that I want in a relationship and what I really want to have romantically with my partner, or do I just keep focusing on attracting this particular person? And I feel like Spirit is saying like you get to decide what to do in terms of that, but I'm hearing them say more so focus on the feeling and the type of relationship you want to be in, because that allows you to attract either the person that will fit that mold, or this like energetically it can shift how that person is showing up. I feel like there's like a little bug on the window. It's grabbing my attention. I'm going to stand up in a second and probably get it. So give me 2 seconds. But maybe look at it that way. Yeah, we have the Star. So like you get to pick, you get to decide, you get to choose, what you want. You are the leading lady. You get to play the role that you want to play, and you also get to tell people what role they're going to play in your life as well. But let me make sure this little bug, it's like the tiniest thing ever. But I'm like, I don't like bugs, so I'm just make sure it's not in my way. So give me a second. Okay, false alarm. It was outside, but it looked like it was inside. It was a tiny little bug, like a little ant. Maybe that's a symbol. Maybe that's a sign. I don't know what ants mean. We can look it up actually and see if that means anything special. Let's see. Meaning. I know ants are hard workers. Let's see. Spiritual meaning of ants. All right. It says ants live and thrive all over the world. Universal, represent community strength and perseverance. Show you how to become more adaptable, ready. Yeah, hard work, future needs, plan for it, representation of strength, community, productivity. Yeah. Bravery and strength. So maybe two, just being, I see something that says rewards of consistent hard work. So just being consistent with your thoughts and what exactly you want. It's so funny seeing these airplanes like flying by each other like that. Sorry. So, like, maybe 3 days of the week, you're like, I want this person to be this way. And then the other 4 days of the week, you're like, I want them to be this way. And there's conflicting views. Making sure you're consistent with the way that you are thinking and wanting that relationship to be. So that way the universe is like, okay, this is what she wants for the most part. We can work with this energy. It's not like, okay, I call up 5,000 people to do these different things because it keeps switching. So being very consistent with your vision of your relationship is essential here. Okay. So yeah, that's for you, Gloria. Let me see. I don't think anybody else has donated. And it's interesting too, because like it says I'm live, and then I see like this in stream button. So I don't know if there's a difference between going live and live streaming. I don't know. But okay, right here. He said, thank you for clarification. Let me know my intuition was on point. Okay, good. No, you weren't going crazy. Yep, you got another question? Go for it. Let's see. Okay. Sorry, I was reading email. Okay, so Spirit had me reach out. Try not to, but I did, and remind him to eat because I knew he was drinking. His response was, "You should take that same advice." I was like, "What in the?" Because I had eaten all that. All right, that's so funny. Anyways, why does it feel like my heart breaks when I tell you? When I tell you, I'll talk to him later. Today I told him I'll talk to him later after the weekend right after. Oh. Okay, so we have the Fool. The Ace of Pentacles wanted us to come out in reverse, so we're going to accept it as such. And then the Wheel of Fortune. It feels, the reason why you feel that way is just you're going through an array of emotions where, flip that over. Okay, you're going through an array of emotions where, it's just with anything. There's highs and lows. Like there's moments where you're okay with it, it's not bothering you as much. You feel like, okay, I'm handling things pretty well. And then there's moments where it kind of just hits you out of nowhere. You're just like, oh, I miss that person, or, I'm sad, or, oh, I'm thinking about this and it's making me feel these different emotions. And that's completely normal, it's completely natural. And I feel that, with these cards here, it's just saying to go with the flow of how your emotions are when you feel them, like how we talked about earlier, and giving yourself the space to feel them and know that it is okay. There's no timeline to get over something or to heal. Of course, you never, this is not saying that you're doing this, but like you never want to be dwelling on something for too long to where it just stops you living life. but it is okay to still grieve something, even if it happened years ago, even if it, happened a month ago, a week ago, a day ago. It is completely fine to grieve throughout life, right? And I think of, like, for myself, for example, like I think about my baby boy, Cody, my dog that I physically had for 15 years, and obviously he's not here physically, and pretty much every day I'm fine because I feel his energy. I know he's watching over me, and of course he's blessed me with the nephew pup. But there are moments where I'm like, oh, I really miss my baby, like physically being here. So it is, and that happened. He passed away almost like 2 years ago. So it doesn't matter if it's like, okay, you've had 5 great days with not thinking about him, and then one day you're sad. Like, it's okay, it's natural. And knowing that in order to fully move forward and to move on, however that looks for you, being honest with yourself and allowing yourself to feel what you're feeling, not feeling bad, not worrying about it in whatever way possible, just allowing it to be, because it's natural and it's a part of the experience and it's part of your growth, where you might have moments to where you process it differently. Like, okay, let's say the first few times you're upset about it, you cry about it, it's like you just cry, and then all of a sudden you have a session where you're crying and then you feel very relieved. Then you look up and you're like, wow, we did have a great experience together. Things were really good with us at some point. Look at that. As I see, number 47, optimism. Like, you see a light, right? You see a better side to things. It's funny too, when I look at the full, it's like, with the clouds and the blue sky, and it's very bright, and you have like this optimism card. And so this energy of like, there's so much beauty and light, feeling those emotions and letting yourself feel them, and then also knowing that you're going to get to the light at the end of the day when it comes to this connection and this experience, especially on a soul level. And of course, there can be grieving the loss of not being able to be physical, close to each other the way it once was, and that's okay. And it comes and goes in waves. So don't feel bad if like you have days where you're fine, and then one day you're just like, man. Let's see what else to get. Oh wow. So blue is really big here. We got guess what card we got, girl? Number 33, communication. This was the card I was telling you about when I said when I pulled the card out, this was the card I got. Communication. So throat chakra here. Being communicative with yourself and just expressing what you're feeling and what you're experiencing. Like, if you want to get, I have card conversations with myself all the time in spirit. You want to send the card one day and just start talking, do it. Like, you know what, baby girl, how are you feeling today? And just literally start talking as if your higher self is sitting in the passenger seat next to you, asking you that question, right? And it can be therapeutic because, one, you're physically saying it, you're releasing it physically in a sense, because you're using your voice, your throat chakra, you're opening up the throat chakra. And it's not saying like, oh, if you write it down, you're not releasing it, but it's something about like, because sometimes people might be afraid to say things aloud. So like really letting it go and just giving it a voice and freeing it that way as well too. And then it allows you to really be honest with yourself. I feel like times people might not be honest with themselves in terms of like communicating something physically, like verbally, but then also too not willing to be honest, like in their own journals, right? Sometimes we might feel like, ooh, I don't know if I can say that. I don't know if I want to write that, because it's like, it makes it too real. So like really giving yourself the voice in the energy to say something. He said, I be talking to you all the time. I told them I'm not happy with them. Let me tell you something. I have those days with my spirit team too. I'm like, what are we doing? Why are we doing this? And they give me the sass right back. So you just accept it with them, and then just keep it going. Oh, look at that. 2 soulmate recognition. This like slid off the top of the deck. So I feel like they're letting you know, like, we are here with you. We have your hand. We're holding your hand through this process. We might be getting on your nerves a little bit. You might be getting on our nerves a little bit. But we are supporting you. We are here, and we're going to assist you with this connection and with this person, but also to just within your life in general, with your healing experience in general, and knowing that you're never alone. And when the Ace of Pentacles is upright, it talks about opportunities. It talks about, an offer from the universe, something that can be prosperous, something that is abundant in nature, right? And for it to be in reverse is showing us that you won't fully, how do I word this, get to experience all of the gifts the universe has for you until you clear out things, number one, but also to be okay with going through the motions. So I think sometimes we get this like toxic positivity vibe where we're like, we can't say nothing negative, we can't feel anything negative, right? The great things won't happen. It's like, no, that's not the message. The message is you can't sit in negativity forever in a day and then wait for positive things to happen. It's more so allowing yourself to process whatever you're feeling so you can get rid of it energetically, emotionally, mentally. And then it allows you to attract that abundance of like the lighter things, the energetic pieces that are positive and uplifting and matching your vibration. Hey baby, how are you? Welcome. I actually like this feature that YouTube has where I don't know it's a thing till I hopped on here, but allowing people who have been subscribed for a certain amount of time to leave messages in here. I'm definitely gonna do this more often. It kind of sucks for somebody that is like brand new and has never been subscribed to my channel before, but if they read the description box, I should make that announcement at the beginning. So if you are new and you're watching and you're not able to comment or ask a question, the list is still open. You can read the description box if you need any information about how to get a reading during this live. And if you need more time, you can email me and we can schedule something off the books. Thank you, Melanie the Geek. It's so funny. I don't know if I've ever seen a super chat from you. All right. How does he feel about everything so far? Wow, look at that. Because I was like, I don't think I've ever imagined or remember you using a super chat before. All right, so we got the 10 of Pentacles. Well, starting it off, the 10 of Pentacles, clearly he's not going anywhere. But the 10 of Pentacles just starting it off. How does he feel about everything? Oh, we got the Page of Pentacles. Oh, and what is this baby eating? Watermelon. See, it's following you. It's following you. The watermelon. And I also need to get some myself. So I'll be getting that in the morning and we'll be watermelon smoothie twins. I'm really looking forward to that actually. I'll be going to the grocery store and getting all of that. And then we have the Justice card. Okay. Oh, I'm the deck 7 of Pentacles. So just in terms of like how he's feeling about everything so far, his feelings and thoughts for you have not changed. Like still wanting that relationship, that connection with you romantically. Page of Pentacles. Even if it takes like baby steps, like even if it's going back to square one, starting all over again. Not necessarily like, oh, what's your favorite color? When's your birthday? More so like, okay, we're dating each other again. Kind of clean slate in a sense. And I feel by you all doing that, it helps balance the connection, but also too, it helps establish like that solid foundation for everybody as well. And I feel like there's this energy of him. I don't know why I get a visual representation of him like being small, like shrinking. Maybe it's like his ego is like shrinking. And his higher self is like, evolving, if that makes sense. I just got that random visual. Page of Wands. Like this Page of Wands energy represents you. I'm hearing like color therapy. Color therapy. I don't know what that means per se, but color therapy is what I'm hearing. Spirit, what does the color therapy mean for her? Why are y'all giving me that word or that phrase? What does color therapy mean? Maybe do like a session with yourself where like you can go to like Dollar Tree, get a canvas. They have like canvases and stuff for Dollar Tree, Five Below. Get like some paint, get like, some canvases or whatever, and have like a paint session at home where you are painting what you're feeling. Got a message. You're painting what you're feeling. You are giving your emotions this space, this artistic space to kind of surface, on the 3D realm in a sense. And you can do it with your son too, if you want to. Like, hey, how have you been feeling lately? How you been feeling this week? Let's paint how we're feeling. And you can put some paint on the board and be like, that's how I feel. But it's a representation of like, what that means. Oh wow. That's so wild. Wow. That is so crazy. Well, now I know why they said color therapy. We know. So you can use those materials to do it if you want. But I just heard that and I was just like, what does that mean? So yeah, do that. All right. All righty, Red Nappy Summer, I'll add you to the list. Good. I'm glad you're doing your therapy. Oh wow, that's so the alignment. All right. Yeah, that's what I got for you. I'm really excited for our watermelon smoothies. Really excited. I need to make y'all a video tomorrow. I'm like, I just randomly thought about a paper card. I was like, gotta do that. Okay. Hey, Red Nappy Summer. Okay. Insight on the July case. Will the Okay. Insight on it. Let's see. Somebody call me. Okay. Insight on the July case. Will the LSC to do with the I'm gonna tell you what they just told me before I even got a card. Oh, thank you. Okay. So we got the Four of Cups, the Moon, and then the Nine of Wands. I'll try to put them all up at the same time. I kind of like this live. It makes it easier. Unless permanent things. Anywho, back to your question, Renee Summer. So, in terms of, will the DLS be lifted quickly? The less you worry about it and know that you'll persevere through it, it will be lifted quickly. The main thing that they said before I pulled any cards was do in an ammonia jar. And ammonia jars can be used to reverse a situation. All you need is some ammonia and a jar. Glass jar, mason jar. You can use an old spaghetti jar, whatever glass jar you have, and a sheet of paper. If you can get it without lines, that'd be cool. But if you don't have paper without lines, that's absolutely fine. And write the situation as is. So whatever it is, write it as is. Like if it is as negative as it is, write it as it is. So if you're like, oh, this case is insane, they're talking about X, Y, and Z, I'm going to lose X, Y, and Z, write it down on the paper, on the sheet of paper, something thin. And then you're going to wrap it, fold it, not wrap it. Do I have any paper around me? Let me see, because I could explain it. I could show you better than I can say it. We'll just say this is the paper. So imagine this is your little paper. So then once you write on it, you'll basically do this, like wrap it around. You're going to put that inside of your jar. Then you're going to pour your ammonia in there. You can get this at Dollar Tree, Dollar Stores, whatever. And put your lid on it, hold it as is. Think about the situation the way it is, with all the stress, whatever you're feeling about it. And then you're going to turn it over, upside down. You're going to hold it, and then you're going to visualize the situation being what you want it to be. So it's it being lifted quickly, them not bothering you or bothering whomever. Whatever you want the ideal situation to be, visualize that. Once you're done with it, you can wrap it in something if you want. Or you can just tuck it away in a dark space. But it'll be cool if you can wrap it up in something and then tuck it away in a dark space. That way it's as dark as possible. And you just leave it be. You don't touch it, you don't bother it until the situation has been resolved. That's what they immediately told me before I even pulled a card. And you don't need a big jar. It could be a small little jar. And just put it in a space where it is dark. It will never see the light of day. So if there's a cabinet you don't go into a lot, if there's a space in one of your drawers that you can put towards the back and just make sure a lot of clothes or whatever can cover it, you can do that. But that is what they want you to do. And I feel that they want you to do it because it can expedite the results that you're wanting as well. But it's also showing to, the power that you have to kind of let it go. So you can have that tangible. Sometimes people want something tangible that they can do to feel like they contribute to it. That way they can get rid of the situation or fix the situation. And just let it be. Literally. That's what they want you to do. Like I said, the materials are literally less than $5. If that, get you a thing of ammonia, get you a mason jar, and a sheet of paper. I'll pull one more card for you. Actually, I'm going to pull one of these cards. We have number 29, Shattered. This card just flew out. Number 29, Shattered, and then number 14, Money versus Love. But when I saw the Money versus Love, it was just kind of money. Just basically a green light. Things are going to be resolved and fixed. You're going to break this cycle, this whatever case is that you're not happy with, or whatever result that you genuinely want. You're going to break it to where you get what you desire. Okay. So yeah, that's what I have for that. We're happy summer. So if you can do the reversal jar. Oh, you did? Awesome. And you, oh, I forgot to mention, you can use ammonia jars for anything. Money, love, whatever. Like, it's not limited to just one type of thing. It's best to, keep it short and sweet with one jar. So, like, don't try to put like 5 different topics in one jar. If you want a dedicated jar for money, want a dedicated jar for a job, dedicated jar for a person that you don't like the experience that y'all have going on, dedicated jar for love, whatever it is. And most of the time you see results pretty quickly, but of course some things take longer, depending on like what it is and you know the scenario and what's going on. But they're pretty effective and easy to do. Easy to do. You don't need a lot of materials, which is nice. Um, Having those type of resources. You're welcome, and happy summer. Do you guys like my shirt? It's like a sun, moon, star situation. And then my pants have the same thing on it as well. They didn't kind of get them together. I just so happened to pair them together. But I love the shirt. And I thought I should let you all know that. Okay. But yay! I'm happy. That's awesome. Melanated Geek. All right. Well, how long have we been on here? 56 minutes. Okay, cool. Yeah, simple is nice. Simple is nice. And I think too it helps like not overcomplicate things, because sometimes, folks can really overcomplicate the very little thing. And it's like it's not that deep. It's 2 ingredients. So when you have things where it's like 15 different things, it's like, I'm not gonna do that. Get somebody else to do it. Alrighty. I've been feeling good today. Today I felt really good. I had like a nice meditation. I liked what's the word? I don't know. I didn't get on social media for like most of the day, and just kind of was to myself a lot of the day, and most of yesterday too. So it was needed. Thank you, baby, and thank you, Melanated Geek. You know what? I am giving that vibe with the scarf. I actually have a scarf with a flag on it. I think it's at my grandma's house, and of course the hoop earrings. It's gonna come out. It's gonna come out. But yeah, this is so much fun. I'm definitely gonna do my lives like this a little bit more often. It was just so easy to do, just literally, because I'm on my iMac, so like a desktop, and it's just so much easier. All I gotta do is click a button versus me getting my stand, getting my iPad, putting the mic together, getting the angles, me hitting the stand. I like this. I like it. I won't do it all the time, but I'll definitely do it a little bit more. And I think too, it's just easier for me getting ready. Like all I gotta do is just get down here into my space and film. I love that. Oh yeah. Do I have your cards around? They were over here earlier. I think I moved them. I don't know. Did I put them to the side? See, I should have kept them over here because they were over here on my desk and I moved them. But Melanated Geek got me these beautiful affirmation cards. And I moved, you know what? I probably moved them into the other space where I usually go live. I think that's what they are. But I will get them next time and use them for our live. Maybe we'll do like a free affirmation card night or something like that. Free affirmation messages. But yeah, keeping it simple, easy for me. Yes, ma'am. I do speak Spanish. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All I do. I've always said one day I would do like a pick a card or some type of reading message in Spanish for my channel. But I think it'd be a lot of work just to balance whatever the realm of things that I do and then that and that. So maybe I'll just have that sprinkled in there every blue moon. But I offer readings in Spanish for people. I have like customers in Colombia and Chile that get readings with me in Spanish. So it is a thing that I do. So if you know someone that predominantly speaks Spanish, I can do their reading or refer them to someone else if they like. But yeah, maybe that's what we'll do. We'll have a day where we do free affirmation messages for folks. Get like an uplifting message, word of encouragement. I like that idea. And I have some pick card readings, ideas I want to do. I just gotta do them. I don't think y'all gonna get a reading tomorrow. I don't think so. So if you do see something that pops up tomorrow, I must have did it in the morning. But as of now, baby girl is like ready to go to bed. But yeah, this is so fun. Oh my gosh. One day I might have hey Batty Legs. Yeah, I'm still doing donations. One day I might have Divine Pearls. I always want to just call her Diana because that's her name. But Divine Pearls Medium. I'll have her over and maybe we could do a live together as well. Since I just showed my face on my live, because when she does her readings on her Instagram, she does it live and she shows her face. And so I was joking with her today. I had texted her. I was like, I'm gonna be on my Diana and I'm gonna go live showing my face. Alrighty, sounds good, Patty Legs. Hey Candace, how's it going? Alright, tangible things coming in the near future. Okay, we'll do Candace because she just popped up with the super chat and it's like right here. Okay, tangible things coming in love in the near future. Ooh, what's the first card for you, Candace? Number 40, love. Like that is the tangible thing, love itself. But I feel like it comes in the form of like gifts. So loving gestures, gifts where you can, how do I word this? Like just memorable gifts. So like maybe someone gives you, like your partner gives you like a necklace and it has like your initials on it, or the year that you all, met, or like, things like that. There's memorable moments that are attached to these gifts as well. They're thoughtful, their intentions. We have number 38, forgiveness. And I just see flowers. That's what I see. So flowers is so, I just feel like the person that you're attracting is someone that love languages is gifts, like giving gifts. Also, they appreciate receiving gifts, but their love language is definitely giving gifts. So you're experiencing, a lot of that appreciation in that form. And of course, they give it to you. They give you appreciation and love in your love languages, preferred love languages as well too, but also a representation. So like you might get home from work one day and you see like 2 dozens of roses, like on the counter in the kitchen or whatever. Let's see what else we do. We have number 47, which is 11, optimism. So in terms of like the tangible things coming in for you and for love, I feel this like warmth, but also this light energy surrounding you and just within your aura, within your space, to where you feel like you could trust love again. You feel like you can believe that love is genuine and real, especially when that person is there and that you encounter and experience genuine people. So maybe in the past you feel like you really didn't experience that, but moving forward, it feels lighter, it feels healthier, it feels safe as well. I see a lot of smiles on your face too. So that's what I got for you, Candy. All right. Betty, let's see what you got. What's DJ pause and feeling about me? He did some hurtful to me on the 4th. No content after that. Oh no. Okay. Somebody. Okay, that was you. All right, first card we got is number 42, Solitude. Number 30, Euphoria. And then number 41, Connection. You know what's so interesting? When I saw Euphoria, the card, I heard Spirit just say, hi, hi. So maybe he was intoxicated, he was high. I feel like there was some type of influence that happened. 9 of Swords. They weren't in their right state of mind is what I'm hearing Spirit say. They might have even like let's say, you know, they have a traditional thing that they take or that they do, and then that particular night or whatever, they did more or they did something different than what they normally do. Oh no, it's a buffering. Let me see. Make sure I'm connected. Okay, still on the Wi-Fi. Hopefully it's still working. Okay. Okay, you said now it's working? Okay, cool. So they could have like, you know, just did something different that night and got out of the element. I just feel like this person was just like just genuinely out of their element, which could explain like why they did what they did. Doesn't give them an excuse or a reason, like a past to do what they did. But I'm seeing there's like some influence with it. And it's funny because like I'm starting to like get a loss for words. I feel like this person, once they realize what they said or what they did, it's like, damn, I said that. Ooh, I did that. Oh, damn, I said that. Like, imagine someone being like literally drunk as hell, lashing out at people, and then like breaking stuff in the house, and they wake up the next day and they see all the glass on the floor. It's like, what happened? And people are like, you did that. You went crazy. And like, I did that? Are you sure it was me? Yes, it was you. You did it. And they have like videos and stuff of that. Like I could see that, you know, being their energy that day, that weekend, whatever. I feel like for you, what Spirit is saying, to distance yourself from them a little bit, just because you don't want that, you know, his energy to carry over to you and to, you know, kind of become like this. I don't know why, but they were like, you don't want it to feel like you're getting all these mosquito bumps. Like, think of it as like his energy that's like unhealthy, that's toxic, whatever, like little mosquitoes, and they're flying towards you, and you're like, ooh, look at all this fresh skin. Let me bite it. Let me suck the blood. And then it's like you get the bruises of being itchy and, you know, irritated and stuff like that. So like cleansing your energy, kind of just, you know, sitting in solitude with your own stuff for a little bit of time, and just keeping a distance with them, right? And of course, if y'all have to be in communication because there's like, oh, it's a child involved, or it's something where it's like I have to interact with them at some point, you know, keep it short and sweet and just keep it moving. But I feel like Spirit is definitely saying here, you just have like all these swords cards, 9 of Swords, Page of Swords, Knight of Swords, King of Swords. I'm gonna show you. I don't think I showed you any of the cards. I don't know, but just cutting it out. clearing it out. And then you have the Sun card. So the Sun is like one of the happiest cards of the tarot deck. And I feel like what this is saying is that at some point, you will receive that clarity. At some point, there will be a moment where, or, a season where you all can coexist and it's not, combative. It's not, unhealthy. It's not argumentative in the sense of y'all going back and forth, or like their energy is like rah, rah, rah towards you. But it's all about you have to withdraw yourself from it first in order to even get to that space, to get to that spot. And I just really feel like with the connection card, it seems like y'all will always be connected in a sense. So, you will see how that relates to you, which is why they're saying like you're gonna have to distance yourself from them. But if you are with them, if you cannot, disappear to like 5 years away from now, from this person, like keep it short and sweet when you're communicating with them. Like, okay, well, you got to pick up so and so. Okay, cool. They'll be ready at 3. Like, no. Oh, how's your day going? Oh, that's great. What did you eat today? None of that. You said time makes the heart girl finder, I suppose. Yes, time does make the heart girl finder. And then too, I feel that, it lets that person know, like, you're not about to sit here and talk to me anyway. You're not about to sit here and do this crazy stuff with me or to me. I'm not allowing that. So if I have to take my stuff out the picture, I will do so. But I'm only gonna be present when it's necessary, right? So however that is fit, and that will relieve a lot of anxiety. It will relieve a lot of tension within yourself. And then at some point, when you have given yourself the space to feel what you got to feel, and to kind of release a lot of that, it will come a point where you realize that I'm gonna forgive this person. You ain't gotta tell this person, but I'm gonna forgive this person because you got shit that you gotta work through and that you gotta figure out, and it ain't got nothing to do with me. And then when you have that realization, then it's like even more clarity and it's even more freedom for you, because you like, it has nothing to do with me now. It's literally just you, sir. So until you figure your things out, I'm gonna keep living my best life. But once you have that moment, it's like more and more, just like greatness and easiness comes towards you. It's not saying things are have to be hard now, but it's more so like when you have that realization about, people's experiences and how people show up for you, it's like, okay, now I get it, right? I always think about, like, when we think about parents sometimes, of like, when we're younger, we like, oh, they didn't do this, they didn't do that, and then, we might have a phase and a moment in our life where we're just like really upset and annoyed with them, like, you didn't do this when I was, growing up, and blah blah blah. And then you realize, like, that person, especially if your parent was young when they had you, like, you realize, like, hey, they were young when they had me. So imagine trying to raise a kid at this age, or if they had you at a decent age where they should be mentally and emotionally mature. And then it's like, okay, also too, they just trying to figure out life as well. And it's not excusing people who were like overly abusive and did horrible things. It's more so when people parents that didn't do their best with certain things and didn't feel like they could have did more, right? And then you have that moment where you're like, okay, I get it, I forgive you, and I know that it wasn't me, right? It helps. Instead of felt that. Oh wow, see, so maybe that's why that message was shared. So yeah, so don't feel bad if there's times where like you feel like, man, I didn't do this, not do that. It's like you can do the best that you can with what you can do. So if you don't have certain resources, you only can do so much. If you are still trying to figure out your own life and you are a teen parent, there's only so much that you're going to be able to do, and that's okay. And I think, there might be moments where, your child might have like, man, I didn't have this or I didn't have that. But then when they realize, like, oh, my mom did the best that she could with what she had. And I think too, like, as your, child gets older, when it's time, like, you can always have those conversations with them. Like, when they get to an age where they understand it, like, I've always wanted to do X, Y, and Z for you. But, when I first had you, I didn't have the resources, so I didn't really know a lot about being a parent at that time. But now that I know what I know how I can continue to show up as the best mother as I can for you, and just be a resource, be, a safe space for you. And I think that can be very helpful. If you ever get to a time where you feel like your child might question or wonder, like, why did you do this or whatever. Because all kids don't. I've learned this in life, is that nobody has a perfect. No person can ever say, like, I've never had a moment where I was never upset with my parent. Like, if they had a best household, they're gonna find something and be like, well, mom and dad, on my 15th birthday, I always wanted a pink car, but unfortunately, y'all got me a blue one. Like, it's natural. Like, nobody is perfect. Everybody got something to work through and work on. I always said to myself, like, when I become a parent, even though I know so much and I have a lot of awareness about certain things, I know it's gonna be something my kid gonna be like, man, mom, I'm gonna tell you, this is, I feel this way when this happened. I'm like, I knew it's gonna be something. But I'm open and ready to receive, that message and communication, and knowing that, and explain, like I said before, like, I'm gonna do the best I can with what I got. What was that Mariah Carey video where she like drunk and she's like on the stage, and I think she says, like, I'm gonna do the best I can with what I got. It's like, literally, that's what it is. I'm like, don't beat yourself up. Forgive yourself. Like, if you feel like there are things where you're like, man, I could have did this better, I could have handled this better, forgive yourself for it. Because it's over, right? It already happened, so you can't change it, but you can change and be proactive about, like, how you show up. Sorry, I was just giving a testimony. But yeah, that is what I have for you, Bachelor. I hope that resonated with you. It resonated with me. Oh, that's so fun. I'm glad you had a chance to talk to your son. But yeah, it's like, we cannot beat ourselves up over everything just because it's like, we're gonna make mistakes and we're learning lessons. And also too, it's all about what you do after you make the mistake. Do you keep making it and keep making it and keep making it and blaming people for it, or do you realize, like, okay, take accountability, nip it in the bud, work through that, figure it out how to make sure I don't keep making that same mistake and I grow from it and just be better. That's basically it. That's basically all we can do. Nobody is perfect. Everybody makes mistakes. I'm done. Yep. Literally. Like, just do your best. And also too, it's just like, you're still human, you're still a soul, you're still going through different things in life. So, like, it's okay. I think that message was for everybody. It is okay. You're doing your best. And that's why too, it's just important to have that line of communication, because the parent will be like, I'm doing my best. And the child's like, no, you're not. But then when you explain, like, for example, we'll just use like monetary things. Like, a kid can say, like, I always wanted, certain shoes, but I never got them. And they might take that as, like, you didn't want to give me the things that I wanted. You didn't love me. You didn't really care about what I wanted. And then the parent is like, well, during that time, actually, all of these financial things were happening. And there was times when we couldn't, do X, Y, and Z. But you never knew that. And I didn't want to show you that. And it hurt me not being able to give you those things. And then, like, the kids, oh my gosh, what? That's what's happening? That's what happened? And it's like, yeah, but I didn't want to tell you that. So I really think just having conversations, obviously when it's appropriate and when they're able to process and understand it, can be so helpful for them to understand that it's not them, like, they're not the problem. They're not the reason why they don't get something, or, why you are doing X, Y, and Z. Because that's how a lot of things start, where people internalize other folks' actions and the things that they do, and then the cycle just continues, where they're internalizing things and they take it out on people, or they harbor these feelings and don't feel like they're good enough, and then they enter experiences where it shows them a reflection of what they experienced with the parents supposedly, or people that don't value them, right? So communication. All right. I think that was it. Cause I did Deluxe reading, I did Canvas reading. Okay, cool. So I think that was it. So alrighty, guys, that's gonna conclude our live for tonight. Like I said before, thank you so much for hanging out, being here. Hope y'all enjoyed being with me tonight. I enjoyed you all, and I'll be back again. Alrighty, bye. Have a good night.